Hello guys, welcome back to another pattern drafting tutorial with Ruby. So in this video I'm going to show you guys how to draft perfect armhole for all sizes. So these are my tools, the tools I'm going to be needing for this pattern drafting. So the one we're going to start with is the small size. So for the small size, the bust measurement is 24 inches to 28 inches. That is the standard. And then the front arm depth is 1 inch. Then the shoulder is 10 inches to 11 inches. All right guys, so we're going to start right now. So I'm going to measure the shoulder. The shoulder is 10 inches to 11 inches. So I'm going to use 11 inches. So guys, 11 inches divided by 2 is going to give us 5.2. all right, so this is a 5.2 mark. Then the shoulder length for the small size is 6.5. So I'm going to measure from this point. I'm going to measure 6.5. I'm going to cross it here. Now that we have this, I'm going to draw a straight line to connect my points. So this is what we have. So the next thing I'm going to determine is the width. The neck width for a small size is usually 2.5. So I'm going to mark my 2.5 right here. That is, if I open it up, it's going to be 5 inches. So the next thing I'm going to do is to get my bust measurement. The bust measurement is 24 to 28, like I told you guys. I'm going to be using 28 inches. All right, so fold my tape into 2. So what I have here is 14, and then I'm going to also fold it into 2 again. So what I have here is 7 inches. So I'm going to mark 7 inches. I'll also give an additional 1 inch for the seam. So I'll draw a straight line here. All right, so to get the back armhole, I'm going to come up here by 1 inch. So with my armhole curve, I'm going to connect from this point to here. So this is going to serve as our back armhole. So to get the front armhole for the small size, I'm going to come in here by 1 inch. I'm using a red marker so that you guys will see what I'm doing very well. So I'll draw a straight line from this point to here. I'm going to get the midpoint from here to this 6.5. So what is going to give us is 3.2. So this is the midpoint. It needs to come out. All right, so this one is the back armhole, and then this one is the front armhole. Then I'm going to come down by ½ inch. So from this neck width, I'm going to slant by ½ inch. So it depends on how you want your neckline to be. If you want it to be V, if you want it to be circle, if you want it to be square, it depends on what you want to sweetheart neck, whichever one you want, just go ahead and do that. But for this video, my basis is going to just be on how to draft an armhole. All right guys, so for a medium-sized person, so this is neck width, then the shoulder is between 11 to 14. All right, or you can even make it 13. That is standard. So if I'm using 14, I'm going to fold my tape into 2 this way. So what I have here is 7 inches. So I'm going to mark 7 inches, and then the shoulder length is going to be 7 inches. And I'm going to draw a straight line. So the bust size for a medium sized person is from 28 to 36. So I'm going to use 30 in this case. So fold my tape into 2. The midpoint of 30 is 15. I'm also going to fold this into 2. All right, the midpoint of 15 is going to be 7.5. So let me use 8. I'm going to give an additional 1 inch. So that's what we have here. So this is going to be the additional measurements. So as usual, I'm going to come up here by 1 inch. And from this point, I'll try to curve. For this medium sized, I'm going to come in by 3/4 of an inch, which is not up to 1 inch. I'll extend the line. I'll go ahead and get the midpoint of this line, which is 7. The midpoint is 3.5. All right, so the 3.5 line, I'll extend it. I'm going to try to connect from here. I'll come down here by 1/2 inch. So this is the back armhole for a medium-sized person. This is the front armhole for a medium-sized person, and then this is the neck width. Like I said before, you can decide to use whatever you want as the neckline, either circle, square, triangle, whatever you want as a neckline. The bust measurement for a large person is between 36 to 44 inches. All right, the shoulder is between 14 to 15, or you can start from 13 actually to 15. It depends on the size of the person you're making the dress for, but the standard is actually 13 to 15. So I'm going to be using 14 inches. 14 is 7, so this is 7 inches, and then the shoulder or the armhole length is going to be 7.5, which is here. All right, so the bust measurement for a large person is between 36 to 44, so we can just use 40. If I divide my 40 by 2, I'm going to have 20. All right, divided by 2 again, it's going to give me 10. So I'm going to mark 10 here, an additional 1 inch for the seam. So I'm going to come up here by 1 inch. So as usual, I'm going to get my midpoint. The midpoint of 7.5 is going to fall here. All right, so now to get the front depth, I'm going to So this is the front depth. I'm going to use 3.5 for the neck width. I'm going to come down by ½ inch. So this is the back armhole for a large person, and then this is the front armhole for a large person. So the final one is going to be for an extra large. So the neck width of an extra large person is 3.5, and then the shoulder length is between 15 to 17. All right, or you can just between 14 to 17. So I'm going to be using 15. All right, or I might choose 16 inches. So 16 is 8 inches. Then the armhole length is going to be 8 inches too for an extra large person. And coming all the way here, I'm going to mark 8 inches. I'll connect my points. Then the bust measurement is 44 inches and above. So for an extra large person is 44 inches and above. So you can use just, I'm going to be using 44 inches in this video. So when you divide that into 2, we have 22. And when I divide 22 into 2, this is going to give us 11. So this is our 11 inches plus 1 inch extra for the seam. All right, so I'm going to draw a straight line across. As usual, I'm going to come up here by 1 inch, and then with my armhole curve, I'll try to curve this from here. So this is our back armhole. The front depth for a large, extra large person is 0.25. So this is our 0.25. As usual, I'm going to get the midpoint of our line, which is 8 inches, and the midpoint is 4 inches. So from this point, I'm going to try to curve. So I'm going to come down by ½ inch, then I'll connect. So guys, this is how to draft a perfect armhole for all sizes, for small, medium, large, and extra large. If this video was helpful, please give this a thumbs up, and if you've not subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and subscribe. And also don't forget to turn on the bell icon so you get notified once a new video goes up. All right, so see you guys in my next video. Bye.